Ever just get that feeling that we're on the edge of some kind of massive global shift? Well, today we're diving into a really powerful spiritual message from Anant Patel that talks about exactly that. He calls this moment the Great Awakening of the Soul. So let's get into it and see what this is all about.
Right at the heart of this whole message are two, fundamental questions. Who am I, and where did I come from? The text we're looking at argues that finding the real answers to these isn't just some deep thought exercise. It's actually something we urgently need to do, especially right now.
So what's the big rush? Why is answering those questions so critical at this very moment? Well, according to this message, it's because we are living through a totally unique and profound period, a time of transformation.
And there's a specific name for this era, Parivartana Samayam, which literally means the time of transformation. The key idea here is that this isn't just, another page in the history books. It's described as this rare cosmic window of opportunity for every single soul to wake up and play a part in a massive universal shift.
And to really drive home how urgent this is, the source gives us a pretty staggering number, 198 crore. That's almost 2 billion years. The message is that for this incredible amount of time, souls have been, dormant, asleep. And that's exactly why this time of transformation is so important. It's our chance to finally break a cycle that has lasted for eons. Okay, so if we've been asleep for that long, what's been holding us back? The source suggests it has everything to do with those core questions and a fundamental misunderstanding of the world we're actually living in.
This brings us to a huge concept, Maha Parivartana, or the Great Transformation. This isn't just about change here on Earth. It's a prophesied spiritual evolution for every single soul and for the entire universe. And the message couldn't be clearer. It's not coming, it's happening right now. The reason for all this urgency is, pretty stark. The source describes our world right now as Mrityu Lokam, a world of death. Now, this isn't meant literally, of course. It's more of a metaphor for a state of spiritual decay and suffering. This is what makes the awakening feel less like a gentle choice and more like an absolute necessity.
So if that's the problem, then what's the solution? This is where we get to the really empowering part of the message. It's all about awakening your inner sun.
Just to give you a sense of the kind of potential we're talking about, listen to this quote from the source. Within every soul lies the power of infinite suns. Just think about that for a second. Not just one sun, but infinite suns. It's this incredible metaphor for the immense divine power that's just sitting there, untapped, inside every single one of us. So how do you even begin to access that kind of power? Well, the key, according to this message, is something called Param Light, the supreme light. Think of it as this divine inner radiance that we all have. Awakening this light, this energy, is what finally lets a soul see its true divine form and really understand why this moment in time is so important.
Okay, so what does this actually look like in practice? The message lays out a pretty clear path. First, you've got to understand that this transformation is real and it's happening. Second, realize your own divine nature. Third, you have to actively work to awaken that inner light, your Param Light. And finally, once you do, you use that awakened state to spread new, positive vibrations out into the world.
But awakening your inner light isn't the end of the road. No, it's the engine that starts something even bigger, the ultimate journey back to where we truly came from, our origin.
The source has a name for this origin, Behad Paramdam, which we can translate as the original home. It's described as this realm of eternal peace that exists completely outside of all the infinite universes, beyond creation itself. In this teaching, this is where we all came from, and it's where we're meant to return. So here's the bottom line. The ultimate goal of this entire awakening is to resolve and finish all of our past karmas. Once you do that, the soul is finally free to make that journey back to the original home, back to a state of complete peace and liberation.
But this isn't just supposed to be some solo journey you take by yourself. The message really broadens its scope here at the end, and it issues this powerful call for a universal, collective change. It's about all of us.
And this is where the scale just becomes, cosmic. The source actually specifies that it takes the awakening of a critical mass of deities, which you can think of as divine souls, to really rapidly shift the entire energetic atmosphere of the world. It's this idea that a collective effort can create a tipping point, sparking a global shift in consciousness.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? The message leaves us with a really clear set of what it calls divine instructions. Basically,
Awaken your soul, and do it quickly. Increase your inner light, clear out your past karmas, build a brighter future with divine actions, and, crucially, join together with others to make this universal transformation happen. And with that, we're left with one final, really powerful question. As you think about this whole idea of a great transformation happening right now, the Source essentially asks you to consider, are you ready to illuminate your coming destiny?